Hey guys, how's it going? I'd gotten this new radio, and I'd made a video about it that I thought I had already posted a long time ago. And then I just made another video about it today and a couple of weeks ago with some old footage and stuff. But it turns out that I'd never posted the video. I'd never finished editing and posting it um, because I filmed all of that stuff right before that cat got sick, and then I've been slacking off and being a sack of shit ever since then. So this video is actually like 3 weeks old or something like that, and then there's another one that I'll post right after this that's like just like a couple of weeks old and like just now. So sorry about that. Anyway, let's go, Brandon, or something. Gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled workshop renovations to bring you a new, to me, piece of radio equipment, which I don't really have any business having because I haven't even gotten around to renewing my license yet. But this is one of the shacks in a box from I think the late 90s, early 2000s. It's the FT-897. It covers 160 meters all the way up to 70 centimeters. It doesn't cover 220 though. I'd been bidding on a shitty ratty one on eBay, and it started getting up towards, like fuck you money, and so I just decided to buy this one off of Gigaparts because it was only a little bit more than the final bid ended up being, and it's in a hell of a lot better shape, and it also came with an auto tuner, so and I figured I wouldn't have to deal with shitty packing, or how eBay is sometimes, because Gigaparts is supposed to be like a pro ham radio supplier. So the thing arrived today, and it was quite possibly the second worst packing job I've ever seen. The packing job on that TRS-80 Model 2 was worse. Quite frankly, I'm surprised that nothing is broken. I guess it's a durable little machine, or maybe those old radios are just more fragile because they're so heavy. I don't know. But in any case, they'd thrown it into the box along with all the accessories, just loose. It's got some side rails and some other shit in there. Heavy metal stuff, you know what I'm saying? Side rails and shit like that. And the books and all that stuff. They threw it into the box. They put one sheet of bubble wrap on top of everything and shipped it. So my response to Gigaparts is, and I shall not be buying anything else from them. I haven't even tried this thing out yet. I don't know if it works. Hopefully it does. I don't have a power supply for it. That's still on the way. Don't have a microphone for it. But I think we can rig something up. So what I do have, though, is an old boat battery that I use to power my clay pigeon thrower, which may or may not be charged. So let's see if it'll even power up, shall we? Well, that right there is probably the jankiest shit that I've done in the past minute and a half, but she lives so far. Let me see, we can tune between bands. There's no antenna connected right now. That's pretty fucking sweet. The thing supposedly outputs 100 watts on 160 through 6 meters, and 50 watts on 2 meters, and 25 watts on 70 centimeters. Let me see if I can resurrect the janky wire antenna and see if we can actually receive anything on this bad boy, shall we? Well, I was getting a little bit of CW on 80 meters, but I can't find anybody now. I don't know. If the antenna's fine, then I can tell that the receiver isn't nearly as sensitive as the one in that 830. Well, there's why I'm not hearing anything. Look at those band conditions. I am right about here. Right in the, in the shit. Oh, Mr. Fluffles. Are you going to help me shill for more views with cute cats? Good boy. Good boy. Drool, drool, drool. Yep, you're a good boy. Mr. Orange Man. I put all the protective rails and shit onto this FT-897. Kind of a pain in the ass to get to the knobs over on this side now, but that's alright, I guess. I have plans. It's got feet on the bottom, you know, you can carry it around by the handle and bang all the knobs off and shit. One of the problems is, though, if you look here in the back, shit sticks off back there, and even these, you know, I mean, they wouldn't touch if this wasn't on here, you know, if you set it down on these rails, but there's no way that you could have shit connected to those and set the thing up like this, you know what I mean? So I think what I'm going to do, probably a little easier to illustrate this way, I'm going to find some kind of metal sheet in my junk pile. I'll cut a square piece that sticks back here a little further. Once the things were kind of sticking back here a little more, then I'll take a couple of little pieces of angle and bolt onto them over here, and then I'll put a couple of feet on that angle so the thing can sit like this on a surface or something, and anything that's plugged into any of this stuff on the back won't get fucked up. One thing that I do definitely want to do is these were designed to be I don't want to set that down too hard and fuck anything up. I think we'll be alright. These were designed to be portable radios, and you can put 2 internal battery packs in these things. The original these radios have been around for like 20 years now. They're actually getting pretty old. So maybe not quite that long, 15 years, something like that. Maybe. I don't know when they started making them. In any case, the original battery packs for these things were nickel metal hydride, which of course blows, and the original ones have been, of course, out of production for forever, and there's some kind of Chinese clone you can get, but it's still a nickel metal hydride battery pack, and it goes underneath of this cover on the bottom. Alright, so yeah, the batteries are supposed to go under here. One of them is supposed to go right here, and one of them is supposed to go right here, and they slide in here and then they connect to these connectors up here, and there are charge ports that on the battery packs that are exposed when you remove these plugs in the back of this bottom plate here, which apparently I can't get out. So yeah, then the charge port would be there, and the charger is really expensive. It's like an $80 charger or something, maybe more than that, and the reproduction batteries are expensive, and they're not very good apparently. And so my thought is 18650 lithium ion batteries. All right, you can get holders that'll take 4 of them that are about 3 inches by 3 inches. All right, so I could fit 4 of those holders in here, and I'd still have, you know, like an inch down the center for like charge controller and rectifier bridges. I haven't tested transmit at all. It takes a stereo 1/4 inch plug for a CW key, which I don't think I've got one of that's not attached to a pair of headphones that I don't want to cut up. And I don't have a microphone for it. I've got a microphone on the 2-meter rig in my pickup, but I don't think it'll work with this thing. I thought it would, but upon further further research, I don't think it will actually. But I've got this old thing that came with some radio that I bought from somewhere, and I don't even know if it works. It's just an old hand mic, but it's got this 4-pin connector on it. It's wired for Kenwoods. But this thing's got this thing uses an RJ45 connector for the microphone, and you can also output like rig control serial on that, and it supplies power, I think, and some other stuff. But in any case, I do have, well, I had, if I didn't lose the son of a bitch, I do have plenty of RJ45 connectors. So I'm gonna try to just remove this 4-pin plug and crimp this RJ45 connector onto this old microphone, because I'm never going to use it anyway. And then we'll know if the microphone works too, or if the radio is broken, one of the two. Anyhow, so I've got that, and I've got my dumbass load, and we can put them all together and see. You know that situation where you're wallering around trying to use the size that the good Lord gave you, and it keeps trying to go in the wrong hole? Well, that happened when I tried to crimp it, I guess. I've got a new plan. Just when you thought that the levels of jank on this channel had reached a crescendo, I bring to you, dear viewer, new levels of jank hitherto unheard of by man. Yeah, boy, we have reached a new power level of jank. This is like Harbor Freight jank. We are skilled, boy. We don't want to be on that band. Okay. Now it passed quality control, but don't breathe on it. I got my dumbass load plugged in. The switch in this microphone is a little bit abnormal, but I go to sideband mode. Audio, you can see it modulate there. Audio, and we go to AM, it'll be limited to 50 or 25 watts, 25 watt carrier, I don't know. Audio, oh, there's that switch again. Audio. And if I go to FM, we should get a full 100 watts. Audio, yeah. So, dummy load's not hot. Good, good, good. I haven't transmitted too much, but old fan fires up on the rig though, and then it turns back off again. Well, I think it's transmitting, so I guess we'll call it tested. Let's see if we can tune into something. Well, the band conditions are really shitty again tonight. But I'm getting a little CW there on 40 meters, so yay, I guess. Alright, I guess that's it for now. I'll see you guys next time. Rudy, I almost forgot. I promised to show my oscilloscopes to you. There's the one that you commented on in the other video. If I can get it out here without dropping it. That's a 70 megahertz Handtech scope, and I haven't messed with doing this yet, but from what I've read, there's no difference between the 70 megahertz scope and the like 200 megahertz scope or something like that, other than the firmware and two capacitors. So apparently it's possible to buy the cheap version of this, which is that what I've got there, and turn it into the expensive one for like $5 or something like that. Now this here is my B&K 1540, and it needs rebuilt. I bought this at a Hamfest for $30, as I recall. It was either 20 or 30, I can't remember, in 1997. So that served me well for a long time, and it still kind of works sometimes. My supposition is that it has some capacitor issues, and there's some shit that's leaked out of it too. I don't know what the deal with that is. Now this one here is pretty cool. None of these are plugged in, or I'd have a trace on them or something. But shush, there, repeater. Sorry about that. This one I got off of eBay just because I wanted an older round screen oscilloscope. That's an ICO 460. They came as kits. And this one actually, I mean, aside from being way out of calibration because the components have drifted since like 1950, it actually still works fine. I mean, it doesn't have a trigger or anything. It's just got like a synchronization circuit, so it's a lot harder to use than like one of these with a trigger. But in any case, it's pretty cool. My main goal for this one was to play oscilloscope music on it because it's got that vibe, you know what I'm saying? But this one down here, this is my favorite scope. This is a Tektronix 11401. It takes the older style 11 series vertical amplifiers, like came with the older analog scopes, but this is actually a digital storage oscilloscope from 1986. They didn't call them that back then. They call it a digitizing oscilloscope, and it's not as good as the Handtech, even though theoretically it has a lot more bandwidth than the Handtech does. But it's not nearly as good at capturing single samples. It takes like it's better at capturing like repetitive signals because it kind of like it focuses in on it gets more detailed like each time it repeats. But in any case, like this thing actually has a touch screen even, but it uses like oh shit, don't do that. It uses phototransistors and infrared emitters that shoot like beams up and down the screen to find like an XY coordinate on there. So it's not exactly like precision or anything, but it's still pretty fucking cool. I mean, 8 channels. I've got 2 4-channel vertical amplifiers in it, which about maxes out the bandwidth of the mainframe bus in there. They call these mainframe oscilloscopes. These are both I think these are both 200 megahertz vertical amplifiers. There's a 2-channel 500 megahertz one or something like that. I can't remember. It's more than fast enough for the kind of shit that I use a scope for anyway. So the thing is, it's like a rack mount scope, you know. So it's like 6 or 8 U or something, and 19 inches wide. I can't exactly move it very easily. It weighs like the shipping was like $100, and I paid like $25 for it. So, yeah, but still, it's yeah, boy. I don't know. Anyway, okay, bye.